Don't mind me, just dragging my BMX along. Yes, we're back in BMX Streets. We've been having a few little updates here and there. I think there's lip tricks and maybe some other things that have happened, but I'm not entirely sure what's going on. Mash, as usual, hasn't really been documenting any of the updates or the patches, so I'm going to play around a bit and see what happens. So to start off with, one thing is the camera's changed again. This is camera 3.0 apparently. I think Mash is pretty loose when it comes to the way he names these things. The physics is on like 10.0 now, as a joke. But if you turn, it does seem to track a little better than it used to. The 2.0 version of the camera wasn't great. I used a mod to set it back to the old one. Here, maybe when we're riding around this, we'll get a better idea. It is following the rider a bit better. So that's one thing. I also played around with the settings a bit to make it a little bit closer. Not as extreme as some people. They have it like super close. Still a little feeble and smith check. Well, the smith didn't work. Okay, we'll do it slow. Start with the smith. Interesting. Smiths, are they not working anymore? Is it a directional thing? Let's try on the other side. Oh dear. Got to experiment just to make sure it's not actually broken. Yeah, feeble works that side. Let's try on this side. Yep, it's locking in. Now the smiths. I want to see the back tire get... It's moving a little bit, but not enough to like lock in properly. So that's a little bit of an issue. Maybe you have to turn in as well. The stick alone's not quite doing it, or it's... Compared to the feeble at least. The wheel that needs to be on top is not really moving as much as it should. Got to test the crooks as well. Those are important. Okay, works that side. It's weird that you've kind of got to like each version of the game. Wrong direction for the bar. Sue me. Like test things out, make sure it still works or not. Manny stuff seems okay. Let's try... Yeah, that's what I wanted. Crank arms seem a little more exaggerated than they used to. For a little while they barely turned, so you had to kind of manually finesse it. I don't know, it's only like minor stuff, to be fair. Now, one of the bigger things is lip slides. Okay, you basically hold RB. Maybe it's just a click in of the right stick rather than a hop. If you do a hop, you can probably add tricks to it. Okay, it is fairly consistent. Whoa. So, could we whip in? Nope. I think the higher you go, the greater the room for like error. We're getting fakey style as well. Yeah, you notice a little bit of a bounce. Compared to a few days ago when it was first implemented, it does seem a little better. I remember giving it a quick go and it was kind of all over the place. Try a nice pick. The one thing is, Mash hasn't really explained how it works, so you don't really know the timing for these sort of things. Like, yeah, you just sort of popped out completely. What are you doing? How far around can you go? Do we keep rotating? Oh, okay. I guess we should try a flip as well. That'd be nice. To a feeble. We do it on this top bit as well. It's a little higher, so we need to pump. Okay, it's not quite registering. Yeah, I don't know why, but the red part, I'm struggling a little bit. Again, I'm willing to just say it's a skill issue on my part. It seems like a mini pop is your best bet, actually. The higher you go, the greater room for error and things to go wrong seems to be. Okay, it's working, at least. That's a good sign. Compared to the way it used to be. Tail whip. That's a good sign. For people that like tech things, especially if you've got like a mini ramp or something like that, it would be nice to have like a proper session with a few grinds and stalls thrown in as well. You'll notice as well, we have this area over here. I'm figuring it's for testing out a lot of that sort of stuff. It's not like a proper quarter, it's just a thing going up to a wall. So we'll try it without the RB. Because it should just work, yeah. Like if you get the speed and everything right, you'll be able to do it. If you overshoot it, you'll overshoot it, of course. But you could be prone to bouncing off it if you don't get it perfectly right. So you can have two options. Okay, let's try it with RB and see if it just hones in on it properly. Yeah, you'll see like the little magnet, pull it in. He'll hover, and then something will kind of attract him to the... It's maybe hard to see. You can feel it a little bit. It's kind of hard to explain. But it's a lot less consistent than it is on that a quarter, at the very least. We've got a sharper one. Yeah, like he should land a bit further on top of the ledge. But because you're holding down RB, something pulls, but it doesn't always pull to the right place, from what I can tell. Thinking about it though, I have grind assist off and the align off, so that may be influencing things a little bit. I do tend to like to keep everything off. Okay, that felt a lot more natural. Straighten this up a bit. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure if that's making a difference. Yeah, when it comes to things like this, it's maybe a little bit more touchy. Maybe if we go over to here, we've got a lot more we can probably take advantage of. Maybe a bit tall, though. The threshold for it, like, triggering or not, depending on the height, is kind of an unknown at the minute. Yeah, it's not registering. Just casing everything right now. I noticed some people saying that it feels a little heavier than it used to as well. I guess it does a little bit. It's not a huge difference, I don't think. I have the gravity up a little bit anyway. To add a bit of weight. Yeah, not having much luck. What about here? Let's maybe turn the grind assists off. I don't know if it's actually doing anything, or it may even be screwing things up. You see it trying, but not working. So, I think my verdict on this is It's nice when it works, it's just... when does it work? But I'm not going to like lay into mash too much because it seems to be a work in progress thing. It's probably getting feedback on it. I always kind of like that trick. Otherwise, I don't feel that big of a difference since the mod menu came in. Maybe weight. It appears to be working on multiplayer, which is maybe a big thing. Not maybe, definitely a big thing. We're just kind of holding out, waiting to see what happens. It's a bit of a quiet phase. It's not to say he's not updating. It is daily. We just need him to actually explain what he's doing a bit more, so that we know. Or at least I can explain what's going on to people. Because I don't think his strength is communication. It's not like dissing him or anything. I think he's very much like a mad scientist in his lab who works on something, throws it out there. But it can cause a lot of confusion for people because they don't even know what's Mashbox, what's Streets 2.0, what's Pipe. That whole side of things has maybe created more issues for him than he needed. So at least if I can do my bit to try and explain what's going on. I don't know. I don't work on the game. I just play it a lot. So what I can say is kind of limited. For now, I think I'll leave it short and sweet. This is being filmed at the weekend. I'm finally in the process of moving house in the next few days, so I'm trying to get some stuff filmed. The game's probably going to get some sort of update. Maybe even multiplayer will appear after this. I'll try and be back as soon as I can. It's hard when games are constantly being updated because you film a thing and then it's out of date. Then people are like, why didn't you include this? Why isn't this there? I don't know. Woe is me. Who cares? For now, if you haven't played it in a while, do give it a go. It feels okay for the most part. Like a lot of the tricks seem to be working okay. Not sure about the Smiths. A bit testy. Let's try it again. Smith check. I don't know. I feel like I have to move him a little bit. I'm doing a little bit of a movement, like turn him right with the left stick to get him to lock on properly. It's also maybe a height thing. Yeah, he doesn't quite get on. I think he'd have enough clearance for it to register. Oh, then again, it works. Also, yeah, I've got the grind assist off. Maybe that's what's been doing it. I've just been trying to do it manually. Thinking about it, I have grind assist set to off. I've turned that on. And that'll probably make all the difference. I've been doing it all manually, that's why I've been struggling so much. Yep, that locked in. Okay, yeah, I'm dumb. Grind assist off may make Feebles and Smiths a bit wonky, because they've got to be like a weird angle to get right. For the most part, unless you're a crazy person like me, I'd probably keep the grind assist on. Unless you're doing a very specific trick where the magnets are screwing you over. You probably have a much better time of it. Anyway, enough rambling. I'll be back soon. Maybe get some streaming on the go once I've moved, because it's about time I did, right? Look forward to that, and I'll see you in the next video.